Hey guys, welcome back to Matlock's Toy Room Reviews, and today I'm doing another DC Universe Classics figure from Wave 17. It's figure number 2, which is the Sinestro Corps Scarecrow. Definitely the figure I was wanting most out of this set. I'm a big Batman fan and Green Lantern fan, so the mix of the two is kind of neat for me. Still kind of disappointed that they haven't made a regular Scarecrow yet. I wish there would have at least been a variant for this, just in his regular outfit, but considering that this is kind of a a Green Lantern wave, then that kind of throw off the whole wave if they made a variant like that. But hopefully they do that pretty soon, because I want to see a Scarecrow. But first off, like I said with my last review, Mattel Wave 17, for me, I got a bunch of bent figures, and right off the bat, one of my favorite ones I was wanting, if you guys can see his elbow, it's extremely bent. You see, like, the joint, it shouldn't be bent in that direction. I was pretty pissed when I opened up the case when I got this one out. Like I said, I ordered these online. I got a whole case of them, got the whole set. Pulled this guy out, and I was pretty disappointed when I saw that, seeing as how this is the one I wanted most out of the whole set. But just even considering I had 3 others that were bent as well, not just him. And that's just what I can see in the package. Who knows, they may all be bent as far as I can tell. But anyways, very cool. It does come with his yellow lantern, which I really like. But it's got the right leg for the anti-monitor, which is very cool. Really looking forward to building him. Here's just a look at the Scarecrow right there. Very awesome. Looks pretty neat. A little bio of the Sinestro Corps Scarecrow, as well as his statistics. So I think that's kind of cool how it doesn't just have the Scarecrow's bio, it at least has his bio with the Sinestro Corps. So that's pretty cool. And his stats as well. It's got his first appearance and everything. All of the figures, which I've already reviewed that Wonder Woman. Now I'm doing Scarecrow, and I'll be reviewing the rest throughout the week. And then I'll be doing Anti-Monitor. These are made by Mattel in 2011. So let's take a quick break, and we'll get him out of the package. Alright guys, and we're back with Scarecrow. First off, the Anti-Monitor's right leg, which is very nicely detailed. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to getting him built. Really like the character. Just a little disappointing on the size. I wish they would have made him a little bit bigger. But anyways, I'll get more into that later. First off, the Scarecrow's yellow lantern, which is pretty cool. Not sure if most of them, the handles do turn. This one doesn't really seem to turn. It's just the actual handle part's made out of a softer plastic, so it does move. But the base isn't actually spinning. Very cool lantern. It was brought to my attention by a claw hammer that most of these, he called them deputies, which actually didn't carry lanterns, which makes sense to me. I was kind of griping about a lot of the lanterns the Yellow Lanterns or Green Lantern members not having their lanterns made with them. But he, brought a good point that most of them didn't actually carry lanterns, just the core members did, not, some of these members that came in on like the Blackest Night and stuff, just to kind of help out or whatever. Which kind of makes sense to me, which I still haven't read Blackest Night. I don't know everything that went on, so. But, that's kind of cool. But he at least comes with a yellow lantern. But very excited to get this guy. Like I said, the elbow is bent. I can say one thing, at least on this guy, it's not his leg. It's definitely less aggravating being a bent elbow than it is being a bent leg, because at least he can stand up straight. Most of the other ones have bent legs from what I can see in the packages. You can see his elbow's definitely crooked. You can see that, how it just kind of goes straight down instead of out like it should, like this. Very awful. And again, it's from the soft rubber that they used, or soft plastic, in that joint piece. And the way they package them in the blister, he had there's a big bubble right there, and a big bubble right here, and this arm's just kind of jammed in like that. Whereas it should have been turned like this and then jammed in, so the joint would actually go with the turn. It wasn't like that, it was like this, and then you bend the joint. You know, definitely some quality control issues, like I said many times. Mattel, not even just Mattel, Hasbro does it as well. Just, you know, happens all the time. Way too much for as expensive as these figures are. It happens too much, you know. If I was paying, you know, $8 for these figures, I wouldn't, you know, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, they can't afford to get some quality control in there. But come on, I mean, $15 at the absolute cheapest, and that's not even the new waves. You're probably going to pick up these new figures for about 17 to 20 a piece, just depending on where you get it. But anyways, on to the actual work that Mattel did. Very awesome. See the sculpt in the Scarecrow face. It just looks sick. Man, they did awesome with that, with the stitches, and you can see inside his mouth. Oh man, that's awesome. And you see his eyes, he got the yellow eyes. Very sick. Got the Sinestro Corps emblem there on his chest. And it's kind of got that tall, skinny body, which I really like. I thought that was a really good sculpt. I don't know if this has been used before on someone else, but for him it works really well. You know, he's really skinny and really long. Just very nice looking. Works really good for him. He's got his jacket, which is yellow and brown, kind of a softer rubber. Very cool. Doesn't seem to be attached to him at all. May be able to be removed. Not sure. I'm not going to try to mess with it, but very cool. You know, it's sleeveless. He's got his pretty cool Scarecrow hat. It's got some like nicks on it. It's pretty worn down. Got some straw sticking out of the top. Very cool. And let me see if it'll focus there. You can see a little bit on his hands. It's supposed to be some straw sticking out of the shirt or whatever. It's pretty cool. There's his lantern ring, of course. And just the outfit looks really awesome. I know it doesn't show up on camera as well, but it's a really nice wash on the brown on his jacket. Very cool. He's got yellow boots, of course, which actually have the sculpted rim on them, which is nice. Gives it more the effect of actually being boots. So very cool. Now this guy actually has pretty nice articulation. He has a swivel in the neck. Goes up and down pretty decent. A lot more than some others. But he has a ball jointed shoulder, which goes in and out and swivels. Swivel in the bicep. Then he has the double jointed elbows, which is really awesome. Definitely happy about that. Just a swivel in the wrist, but it also has the back and forward pivot, which not all the figures have, which I really like that. That's awesome. It does have a up and down torso joint, swivel at the waist, which is kind of weird. Almost seems like, yeah, that's weird. This whole silver belt piece is actually a separate piece. So this is actually, like, his abs is a swivel, and then this whole thing swivels, and so it's like the abs, the belt, and then the crotch piece, which are like 3 separate pieces. That's kind of crazy. Then you have the in and out at the hips, back and forward, swivel at the thigh, and double jointed knees. Check that out, that's awesome. You don't get that too often with the DC figures. Very nice articulation. And back and forward with the feet. But definitely can't complain about articulation or sculpt or anything on this guy. It's really nice. The paint apps are nice. Like I said, it comes down to quality control. Mattel's putting in great work with these figures. I gotta give them props. You know, they're definitely pissing me off with the quality stuff, but you know, as far as, you know, what the work they're actually putting into these figures and producing them is very nice, and I definitely have no problem paying, you know, $17, $18 for a figure like this. They gotta, you know, step it up with the packaging, and they can't be cramming figures in like that and just breaking them. And it's not even like it's, you know, if I just got 1 or 2 figures like that, it'd be no big deal, but I get them all the time. There's so many figures that are just bent. But anyways, definitely a sick figure. If you guys see this, pick it up. Pick up 2. This guy's badass. But anyways, that was the Sinestro Corps Scarecrow. Thanks for checking them out, guys.